We all know how important networking is for business. But you must be wondering what the fuck this pre-frame networking is and how is it different from well-known old-style friendship making. Well, that's pretty easy to understand when looking from such a perspective. People of your interest are more engaged and open if they have explored some info about you up front of the meeting, and it becomes much easier to build the desired connections. So, when people are really prepared for the meeting with you, echo well done steak, they are pre-framed. Let's now break down the two scenarios, which in fact are the only options to choose from, the networking with or without the upfront content. Let's call them the classical and the pre-framed networking. Now imagine you're starting a new business in a new location. It's a very widespread thing nowadays cause people are moving all over the world all the time, creating new businesses. If you're in the classical mode of networking, you'll have to try hard to get in front of the people you want to get acquainted with. And without the track record or deep connections, you'll struggle twice as severely. Moreover, as modern networking is all about conferences and alike events, like it or not, you will have to visit such crowded places. Well, some do like being in the crowd, but many, like me, still don't. If you're not comfortable at the concert or in a sweaty nightclub, why would you be in any kind of a conference where anyway, all the juice happens at afterparties? And don't forget about how dull they can be. These kind of events may not be sweaty, but they are almost always damn boring. Imagine sitting at a table with a bunch of barely known people listening to the rehearsed yet irrelevant stories about their vacations, kids' activities, and plans for upcoming holidays. I know, that's the part of the game, but come on, it shouldn't be the rule to enjoy this. And now imagine how many such trash talks could take place before you jump into one boat with the right people. It's time wasting, my friends, and more so, do you remember how much more time it takes to maintain these relationships? Well, at this point, many who call themselves extroverts may happily rub their hands. Like, yes, that's why the world belongs to us. No, that's fucking wrong. And now, let's put yourself into the pre-frame networking mode. What does this mean? Well, firstly, this approach is suitable for any kind of business in any location, whether it's a new place or a new business. Why? Because you can create the content from the comfort of your home and contact people of your interest just by direct messaging them via Instagram or Facebook. You can put something like, "Hey, it's Mike from MikeWines.com. As you may know, I'm doing a podcast show where I talk about the wine and the lifestyle that suits best for such a passion. I would really like to invite you as a guest to this podcast so we can discuss your winery's business. I would really appreciate it if you'll take 2 hours the next week and visit my studio for a shooting. Tell me, what do you think of this?" It will be enough to receive positive feedback if this hypothetical Mike browses a little of who you are and discovers a few articles here, a few funny social posts there, and so on. Secondly, you can do it from the comfort of your place. You're in control here. No more fucking crowded, uncomfortable events with garbage food. Bring Mike to your place, to your studio, or just in the environment of your favorite cafe where you can interview him in written form. Moreover, now you can drop events and parties on your own and communicate with only who you like. Your creativity, unleashed now, will guide you in the right direction. When you put the content-based strategy in the front, you start playing by your own rules, and time becomes your ally. And the person that you're reaching out to would be happy as a lark that some cool content creator asked for a favor of being on the show. This is when the networking process becomes fun and hits the target every time. This happens when you pre-frame your networking by the content. Yes, the content was and remains the king when it comes to business development. Without it, nobody cares who you are and what you offer. And heck yes, they can't make any PR on the interaction with you. Moreover, people usually don't take the risk of dealing with a ghost because they won't ask about your reputation from your friends. They prefer to go to your Instagram or LinkedIn page or, I don't know, search for your house at Decentraland or somewhere else where gonna be the interaction and communication process arranged by Meta or Alphabet. So, which strategy to exploit? Well, yet the answer seems obvious now. In reality, it's usually a combination of both with a heavy tilt in the direction of classical networking while the content creation and distribution process leave a lot to be desired. But this can be fixed. Stay tuned, and soon, we'll uncover how to implement the content-based biz dev strategy that will lead to pre-framed networking and exponential growth of your business. Don't miss to hit the subscribe button, and, as usual, feel free to drop us a message, especially if you're starting a new business and looking for a partnership that that will strengthen your venture with creative and media capabilities. See you soon, and don't forget, your success is only in your hands, so don't occupy them with any crap.